Nivaleth. While Perry was resting in a gentle sleep, Dusty and Noara were talking quietly. They discovered that they had a lot in common. For example, both loved long walks through forests and valleys, and they preferred tea over coffee. And above all, Dusty began to explain, we are both incredibly skilled with our hoofs, or in your case, with your feet. Noara chuckled softly and warmly. Indeed, my feet are also my hands at the same time. It is a true art and something very special, replied the giant caterpillar as she opened 3 of her tea tins. Here, my friend, you know Perry better than anyone else. So tell me which herb from these he needs for healing, said Noara, holding each tea tin alternately under Dusty's nostrils. Dusty took a moment with each tin to analyze the scent more closely. He wanted to make sure he chose the right one for Perry. My nose tells me that this foxglove is exactly what he needs right now, said Dusty decisively and kneaded softly. He always did that when he had made a particular important decision. Oh, and could we also add a little mimosa root powder? I have a feeling it might support the healing as well, Dusty added. But of course we can. I can already see that with your professional advice, this will become a true magic potion, replied Noara. And indeed, it became one of the most magical potions ever brewed in this forest. Noara put the ingredients chosen by Dusty into a pot that was already bubbling vigorously. Then she added a few of her special herbs and some berries. The entire mushroom dwelling was filled with a wonderful fragrance. What a happy smell, said Perry as he slowly awoke. The mere fact that he could smell it despite his severe cold amazed him. How lovely that you are awake again, dear Perry. Your magic potion is fully brewed, trilled Noara as she poured the drink into 2 purple clay cups. Here you go, she said, handing the vessel to Perry. He thanked her warmly and took a hearty sip. To his surprise, he found that the brew was quite spicy. His mouth burned a little, and so did his eyes. But after a few seconds, this sharpness faded, and all that remained was a delicious, nutty flavor. With every sip, Perry noticed his nose and throat clearing, and after less than 5 minutes, he could smell fully again. His voice was also clear and warm as before. By all the pine needle goblins, this is a masterpiece, Perry exclaimed enthusiastically. Noara and Dusty clapped with delight. What a joy that you are healthy again. Your companion truly has a perfect sense for what you need, said Noara. Dusty waved modestly with his hoof and laid his head on Perry's knee once he had emptied his own cup. Noara brought the 2 of them some sweet cookies and then prepared a small dinner. A warm, crispy tree cutlet was just the right thing after such an exciting day. The fake roast tasted exceptionally good, and the plates were emptied as quickly as they were filled. "Friends, don't you think food simply tastes best when it's pouring outside?" Dusty asked. Perry and Noara agreed it wholeheartedly. Just as they were about to tell each other their greatest achievements, there was suddenly a knock at the door. "Huh?" snorted Dusty, somewhat puzzled. "Haha, it seems there is someone who would like to come for a visit," said Noara the furry, and opened the door. On the threshold sat a soaking wet frog who looked a little embarrassed. His skin was not green like that of most frogs. It was light blue and decorated with spots, and black curls grew on his head. Excuse me, madam, quack. Would it be possible for me to warm myself a little at your place?" he croaked. "But of course, please come in," Noara replied cheerfully. "I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You see, I'm actually afraid of water. Yes, I may be a frog, but the wet feeling on my skin simply does not suit me," he explained dejectedly. "Everyone has their own sensitives, and if you feel more comfortable dry, then it is perfectly fine," Perry said kindly and reassuringly to the frog. "Thank you very much. I already feel better now that I'm in here, quack," replied the frog, immediately looking happier. They chatted animatedly. His name was Sir Frogward Sea Roses, and he was currently on a great journey. "My destination is the great blue sea," Sir Frogward explained, his eyes glowing. Perry immediately advised him to make a small stop at the lighthouse. The frog gladly accepted this recommendation, and when he heard about the fake salmon, he would have liked to set off again immediately despite the heavy rain. The three spent a wonderful evening together. When they grew tired, Noara prepared everything so that everyone would have a pleasant night. Perry, Dusty, and Sir Frogward slept on the huge sofa, which was covered with many pillows and blankets. The fire was well supplied with wood once more, and then everyone made themselves comfortable. "I wish you all a good night," said Noara, gazing lovingly at her guests. "Thank you, good night," all three replied in union. Perry rolled himself up, tired and happy, in his blanket. Sir Frogward slumbered blissfully on Dusty's head and had covered himself with part of his hair. He found it the coziest place of all. The pony grinned broadly and said it would be an honor for him to be his canopy bed tonight. Above their heads, they heard a soft rumbling. Noara had settled down to sleep. With the pleasant pattering sound of the rain and the crackling fire, one after another drifted into a cozy sleep and dreamed of magical forests and sparkling raindrops.